The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, recently took his campaign to Jos, the Plateau state, where thousands of party supporters serenaded him and his team at a well-attended rally. The Labour Party presidential team also took the opportunity to hand the flag to their governorship candidate, Chief Executive Officer of the Institute of Human Virology, Dr. Patrick Dakum, who now joins us to discuss his ambition, his manifesto, and chances of his party in the general elections. Very good to have you with us. Thank you for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you very much, and it's nice to be here, and good afternoon, viewers.
All right, Doctor, what, if you get elected, what is your vision for Plateau State? What changes do you plan to make in order to enhance the lives of Plateau residents and indigents?
Well, thank you very much. I think for anybody that is running for election in a times like this, one of the push factors clearly is the fact that people are frustrated with quite a lot. And people want, one, to be safe. Two, people want their economic power or purchasing strength to go up. And for me, these are the areas that I think we are going to be paying a lot of attention to in Plateau State. When you drive to Plateau State and you climb up the hills, a breeze welcomes you, and you just feel as if there's a silent voice saying, welcome home. It's called the home of peace and tourism. Over the years, the peace aspect has suffered quite a lot. And over the years also, because of that, tourism has taken a big hit. And combining these factors, it has shown that we have gone down as far as the Human Development Index is concerned. So the first thing I bring to the table is a leadership capacity. I believe that with my exposure and experience, I bring to bear a very important thing in terms of leadership. For me, I believe that a leader should know the way, a leader should go the way, and a leader should show the way. And in Plateau State, if you look at all the candidates, I think I can rate myself as topmost in that. So the first thing, of course, is the leadership that I bring in. But I also have got a deputy who is, I'm a public health physician and of close to 40 years. I have a teammate, a deputy who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, and together we form a team that is ready to go to work on day one. And so the key thing is leadership. But leadership to do what? One is to ensure that I play my role as a governor in complementing what I believe President Peter Obi has been yearning for in terms of security. And he's been always saying that, one, we need to decentralize as a long term, but in a short term, we need to listen to the people. We need to talk to the people. We need to hear them out. No matter who are the people that are responsible for what kind of problem, listen to them. So for us in Plateau also is to listen to everybody, is to look at the different agitations and the different things that is making people have one trouble or the other with them. Of course, for us, farmers, herders, and banditry, they are things that we would listen. But we will also ensure that within the context of the law, we provide the leadership that is needed for communities to be able to play a very key role in the security architecture of Plateau State. I have given us an example all the time in security that usually if there is an attack or if there is a kidnap or if there is any breach in peace, is the community that is the first responder. And by community, we are talking about the vigilante, we are talking about the hunters, etc. The police, of course, need logistics, the joint task force, etc. So let me just say that in terms of the big elephant in the room that we will be providing leadership in, it is the issue of peace and security, both preventive, promotive, and also what in my own parlance we'll call curative. Then, of course, the other is to begin to turn around the other pillar that makes Plateau State people to cry, and that is the economic situation. The world measures development using the HDI, Human Development Index, and we are way down we're not in the first 15 in ranking. And I think that basically because we are not paying attention to the key drivers of development. And the H there is measured by 1, knowledge, that's education. 2 is longevity, that's health. And 3 is purchasing power. For the purchasing power, Plateau State stands a very huge potential. It may interest you to know that in the past couple of years, we have had 0 foreign direct investment in Plateau State. And I think it is because, 1, if you provide a leadership that can be trusted, you provide a security corridor for investors, then you stand a chance of, 1, beginning to pilot small income that comes from investment from foreigners, and then that will provide the added trust where you can attract more. But within the state, the economic drivers for Plateau, for everyone that you'll talk to, stands around 3 things. Number 1 is agriculture. Number 2 is tourism that we have mentioned earlier. And number 3 is mining. So for me, we are going to be providing leadership that will ensure that we begin to turn around the fortunes of people in a safe environment so that individuals, families, and communities can pursue their dreams, can pursue their faith without any fear that anything is going to happen to them. So in a nutshell, I believe that our vision, summarizing what I've said, is to take from what our leader, Peter Obi, has said. We'll move Plateau State, just like the nation, from consumption to production so that we will establish a sustainable knowledge economy in Plateau.
Well, thank you very much for that clear answer. Now, I'd like us to talk about your party's presidential campaign. That's candidate Peter Obi. We understand that there's serious inter-party crisis in Adamawa State, and even a campaign director for the Labour Party in Bauchi State, that's Al-Hassan Bawu, he has defected to the PDP, and it says the entire Labour Party leaders in the Northeast have joined the PDP. What more can you tell us about this, and how is this affecting Mr. Peter Obi's chances? How is it likely to affect his chances at the presidential election?
Well, off the cuff, I usually don't want to comment about the internal things that I am not part of. So for me, for us in Plateau State, we are Labour. Plateau State has turned rapidly into a major Labour Party movement. But let me just comment on the chances of Peter Obi, even in these places. Remember, there are 2 things. 1 is the Labour Party, which is the platform under which Peter Obi, myself, Dr. Dakum, is contesting. But there is also the obedient movement. The obedient movement cuts across all political parties. I can tell you, for example, in Plateau, that there are many people that are currently in APC that are very obedient, and they are willing to do Labour Party. There are many people in PDP that are obedient, and they want to vote Peter Obi. Now, for us in Plateau State locally, there are many that feel that, no, we can't be obedient without patriotic, which is Patrick, which is my name. And so we are beginning to ensure that we match those gaps. So in the Northeast, I can tell you that the young population especially are obedient irrespective of parties. They never came into this because of the manifesto Labour Party presented, which is an added advantage. But they came into this because they are tired of the situation. They want something new. They want a leader that they can trust. They want a leader that they believe in their assessment is competent. And they found that in Peter Obi. So irrespective of what some of the leaders of Labour Party are doing and saying, it has absolutely next to maybe 0 to 2% effect of the followership that Peter Obi is going to be gathering in the Northeast. So, you know, when people want a change and there is something that is akin to a peaceful revolution, it does not know party. After all, hunger that people are going through does not know PDP, APC, or Labour. People just want a change. If you look at the fuel that we are going through, the crisis, The pump stations are not deciding whether you are APC, PDP, or Labour Party to sell to you at over 400 naira, which was what we bought along the way from just Abuja yesterday. So if you understand this, then don't get worried about the noise of some people that I believe should have internally settled a score rather than go out. And remember also that right from the onset, when people, first of all, they said Labour Party, Peter Obi is just a social media phenomenon. Then they moved to say that, no, he doesn't have any structures. Then they moved to say that, oh, he cannot win the general election because of spread. Then now they are moving to say, oh, he will not get any vote in Northeast. They are beginning to realize that this movement is taking over the entire Nigeria. So I am very confident that Peter Obi is going to make the appropriate moves in these places. We will not be under illusion that he will win the entire Northeast also, no. But we can say he will get the appreciable number that will enable him win the election.
Well, Dr. Patrick Dakum, Labour Party governorship candidate for Plateau State, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and all the best with your candidacy.